What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Vanilla Soup, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about what I feel is a golden proposal to Nintendo for a future Zelda game. One of the most interesting things to me in the Zelda community is the fans of the series and where each person thinks the series should go in the future. There are lots of cases for the mainline Zelda series and what we all want out of Breath of the Wild too. Dungeons please. But today I won't be talking about that. I'll be talking about a game that incorporates two of the, in my experience, most requested features, that being a multiplayer Zelda experience and a dungeon creator. You see, I have been playing a lot of Link's Awakening lately on stream, and I can't help but wonder what sort of elements from this remake can or will be used in the future. Perhaps one of the most prominent elements in the game is Dampé's dungeon challenges and creator. This idea isn't necessarily new to Zelda. In fact, the discussion of a Zelda maker similar to that of a Mario maker has been discussed at great length in plenty of other videos here on YouTube. But my point isn't about how new or old the idea is, it's about how close we are to getting that idea in Link's Awakening. I can't help but feel this dungeon creation system in Link's Awakening is sort of a beta test for something much more complex and grand in the future. No, I don't mean creating full 3D dungeons found in the more modern 3D Zelda games, but a tile and element-based creation system for a 2D Zelda dungeon maker. I'm talking about having full control over each tile and each enemy, how big the rooms are, what items are in the dungeons. The list really does go on. And it wouldn't stop there. In Link's Awakening, the only way to share the dungeons you create is to share it via Amiibo, which is at least something, although it's inconvenient. I'm just not going to be too critical on this because at least they tried. But if we were to ever get a full dungeon creation system, how insane would it be to be able to share dungeon codes with friends all around the world and try insanely difficult or creative dungeons from others? Which leads me to my next point, a multiplayer Zelda game attached onto this. Similar to how Mario Maker has local multiplayer and will very soon be incorporating online co-op in the future. A multiplayer Zelda game isn't exactly new either. Force Swords and Triforce Heroes, love them or hate them, are really good examples of Nintendo and their willingness to create a multiplayer Zelda experience in the past. Both had really interesting ideas and fun times in their own right, yet held back by technology and limitations at the time that simply just don't exist today. Force Swords, for example. In my experience, it was rough to get 4 friends together with 4 of their own Game Boys, all of them each having their own copy of Link to the Past and Four Swords Adventures cartridge, a Game Boy, a GameCube, and everyone has to have their own adapter to connect their Game Boy to the GameCube console. The stars just never aligned for me to try that out, and honestly it sounds like not a lot of you did either. And yes, this problem was somewhat alleviated on its anniversary release on the Nintendo DS. And while Triforce Heroes was closer to hitting the mark, its communication restrictions and single player was just not as fun. And that's where the beauty of the custom stages come in. If we were to merge this idea of dungeon creation and multiplayer together, then when searching for a level to play, you can choose to play a dungeon that was specifically designed for how many people you're playing with. Playing it alone? Here's a catalog made for solo players. Playing with 3 and couldn't get a 4th? No problem. Here's an entire list of dungeons made by people just like you. The freedom this allows would easily fix the shortcomings of previous multiplayer Zelda experiences. Now, it's worth mentioning that Nintendo still has to figure out their voice chat options for this idea to truly have no limitations, but I don't feel like stirring that pot today. So that's it for me today, guys. What do you think? Is this game something you would enjoy? If so, do you have anything that you would want to see added to this idea or you would want from a game like this? Let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to that like button and that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you online. Vanilla Soup, out.